Welcome to a new episode of Demon of the Week. Alright, so we are going to be having a look at Eris today. Welcome to my channel. You are entering the world of magic and mysticism with your host, Lee W. Johnson. Keep the lights on and help improve the channel by becoming a supporter for just $2.99 per month. Hit the join button. Okay, Goddess Eris. I thought we'd do Eris because we did have a look at Discordianism at the beginning of the week. And again, this is a Greek goddess. I did do Hecate last week, and some people did comment that Hecate is not a demon or a daemon or a daimon. I did therefore do a follow-up explaining why particular people do consider goddesses and gods to be daimonic or daemonic. So do refer back to that. That was on Monday, this past Monday. So refer back to that if you have some concerns about Eris not being a daimon. But anyway, so let's get into Eris. So she is a goddess, the Greek goddess of strife, chaos, and discord. Eris was considered to be the daughter of Nyx, or night, which is the personification of night, according to Hesiod, but Zeus and Hera, according to Homer in Iliad. So her Roman counterpart is Discordia. Now I'm going to read some bits from Principia Discordia, which was mentioned in the Discordianism Paths series at the beginning of the month. So this is from page 00015 of Principia Discordia. What we know about Eris, in brackets, not much. The Romans left a likeness of her for posterity. She was shown as a grotesque woman with a pale and ghastly look, her eyes afire, her garment ripped and torn, and as concealing a dagger in her bosom. Actually, most women look pale and ghastly when concealing a chilly dagger in their bosoms. Her genealogy is from the Greeks and is utterly confused. Either she was the twin of Eris and the daughter of Zeus and Hera, or she was the daughter of Nyx, goddess of night, who was either the daughter or wife of Chaos, or both, and Nyx's brother, Erebus, and whose brothers and sisters include death, doom, mockery, and friendship. And that she begat forgetfulness, quarrels, lies, and a bunch of gods and goddesses like that. One day, Mal II consulted his pineal gland and asked Eris if she really created all of those terrible things. She told him that she had always liked the old Greeks, but that they cannot be trusted with historic matters. They were, she added, victims of indigestion, Suffice it to say that Eris is not hateful or malicious, but she is mischievous and does get a little bitchy at times. Just a footnote, the pineal gland is where each and every one of us can talk to Eris. If you have trouble activating your pineal, then try the appendix, which does almost as well. Reference Dogma 1, Metaphysics number 3, the indoctrine of the pineal gland. End quote from Principia Discordia. So Eris is also primarily known for her role in the myth of the Judgment of Paris, an event that started the Trojan War. Legend has it that Eris, feeling slighted after not being invited to the wedding of Peleus and Thetis, threw a golden apple inscribed with the words, "To the fairest," or "to the prettiest one," depending on translation, among the assembled goddesses. This simple act sparked a rivalry between Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, each claiming the apple for herself. Paris, a mortal prince, was chosen to decide the rightful owner. His choice of Aphrodite as the fairest goddess set in motion a series of events that culminated in the fall of Troy. Again, I would like to refer to the Holy Book of Discordia with the following from page 00017, just to tell the story behind this. So this is titled The Myth of the Apple of Discord. It seems that Zeus was preparing a wedding banquet for Peleus and Thetis, and did not want to invite Eris because of her reputation as a troublemaker. This made Eris angry, and so she fashioned an apple of pure gold, and inscribed upon it Calliste, which means to the prettiest one. And on the day of the fete, she rolled it into the banquet hall, and then left to be alone and joyously partake of a hot dog. Now, 3 of the invited goddesses, Athena, Hera, and Aphrodite, each immediately claimed it to belong to herself because of the inscription. And they started fighting, and they started throwing punch all over the place and everything. Finally, Zeus calmed things down and declared that an arbitrator must be selected, which was a reasonable suggestion, and all agreed. He sent them to a shepherd of Troy, whose name was Paris, because his mother had had a lot of gall and had married a Frenchman. But each of the sneaky goddesses tried to outwit the others by going early and offering a bribe to Paris. Athena offered him heroic war victories, Hera offered him great wealth, and Aphrodite offered him the most beautiful woman on the earth. Being a healthy young Trojan lad, Paris promptly accepted Aphrodite's bribe, and she got the apple and he got screwed. As she had promised, she maneuvered earthly happenings so that Paris could have Helen, the Helen of Troy, then living with her husband Menelaus, king of Sparta. Anyway, everyone knows that the Trojan War followed when Sparta demanded their queen back, and that the Trojan War is said to be the first war among men. And so we suffer because of the original snub. And so a Discordian is to partake of no hot dog buns. Do you believe that? So further to that, Eris continued to sow discord throughout the war, fueling animosity among the gods and mortals, and her actions highlighted the delicate balance between chaos and order in the cosmos. Eris embodies the concept of discord, representing the disruptive force that unsettles the harmony of the cosmos. However, her significance extends beyond mere chaos. In ancient Greek thought, discord was not solely viewed as destructive, but also as a catalyst for change and growth. Eris, in her capacity as the goddess of strife, serves as a reminder of the inevitability of conflict in the human experience and the transformative power it holds. Despite her association with discord, Eris embodies a paradoxical nature and defies simplistic characterization. In some myths, she is depicted as a troublemaker, sowing chaos and discord wherever she goes. In others, she is portrayed as a misunderstood figure, challenging the established order in pursuit of justice and equality. This duality inherent in Eris reflects the complexity of human nature itself, capable of both creation and destruction, harmony and discord. It serves as a reminder that the world is not always black and white, but rather a spectrum of shades and nuances that defy easy characterization. We definitely have to steer away from the idea of dualism in this aspect, or duality. In terms of festivals and rituals to Eris, she did not have dedicated temples or grand ceremonies like some other major gods and goddesses. However, she was often invoked during festivals related to discord, chaos, and rivalry. During these festivals, people would perform rituals to appease or honor her, seeking her favor, or attempting to mitigate her disruptive influence. Individuals facing conflicts, disputes, or challenges would invoke Eris in their prayers. They might ask for her intervention or guidance. Some might even intentionally provoke discord in her name, believing that it would lead to positive outcomes or motivate competition. Invoking discord in her name would also call her to you, so that you can actually work with her. Just try not to go too overboard with that. People would pour libations, which are liquid offerings, to Eris, usually wine or water, as a way to acknowledge her presence and seek her blessings or avoid her wrath. Offerings might include symbolic items associated with discord, such as broken pottery or torn cloth. The broken pottery actually reminds me of the Greek plate smashing ritual, which I love to watch. This is done and participate in. So this is done during burials at the graveside to represent endings and beginnings, as well as as well as a show of mourning, but also at weddings and other such events to ward off evil, and also that ending and beginning of one aspect of your life into another one. Plates were also thrown into the hearth after banquets. This is my favorite. Instead of being cleaned, as a show of prosperity and abundance. So I would definitely say that the chaotic act of smashing plates in order to show your wealth is definitely an Erisian act, right? So, all right, so that's Eris. As I said, I just wanted to cover Eris within Demon of the Week, or Daemon of the Week, let's rather say that, I think, because we did Discordianism at the beginning of the month during the Path series, so I thought it was quite apt. All right, so I'm going to be going back into some more of the. Somebody did ask me to talk about Beelzebub, and there are a couple of other abstract ones which I will fit in, but I want to sort of start going through the Ducant hierarchy as well. So what we can do there is sort of cover the love daimons, the death daimons, go through the actual families themselves, speak about them one by one each week, but kind of group them in that kind of aspect. So if anybody is looking for information on those particular groups of spirits, they can just watch one after the other, basically. So I'll see how that goes and where that fits in, but I think we'll start that soon anyway. Okay, so that's it for this week, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Cheers for now. Bye bye.